How's it going, everybody? And welcome to the Sports Talk Podcast with Alec Pecado. Let's get right into the show today. Here are my college basketball upsets for Friday. My first college basketball upset. And also, this is going to be my second half predictions for the NBA. But we're doing college basketball upsets first. My first college basketball upset is Purdue Fort Wayne +3 to upset Green Bay. And our record on the week is 7-18, which is not very good. But I feel like today and tomorrow we have a good chance to make up some ground. Sunday there will be no upsets. Brought back to this, so I really like Purdue Fort Wayne here to pull the upset against Green Bay. I think it can happen. My second upset of the night is North Florida. We got 4 upsets for you. The second one is North Florida +1 to upset Jacksonville University. Now, I really like this one. UNF played really well both games last week, and they won both games. So they're back on track. And I like this upset for one reason. This is a rivalry game, and I think UNF can win this game. My third upset is Kent State +3, 7.5 to upset Akron. Mid-American Conference game. Kent State to me needs this one more than Akron. And I like Akron. I like Kent State +7.5 here to pull the upset. And my last upset pick is Yale +2 to upset Cornell. Ivy League game. I really like Yale here. I really like Yale +2 here for the upset. And my cover picks tonight. Youngstown, my first one is Youngstown State -2.5 to cover the spread against Milwaukee University. I really like Youngstown State here to cover. I think they cover the spread. If you can get this at any of these upsets or cover picks higher than I have them right now, I would take that along with the points. Second cover pick is Princeton -7 to cover against Harvard. I like Princeton here to cover. Harvard is good at basketball, but I think Princeton can cover here. And my last cover pick is San Jose State +10 to cover against Nevada. Now, this is a huge spread, +10, but I like Nevada here. I like San Jose State here too. My free play of the night is the total points in the Fairfield Quinnipiac game, over 158.5. Ladies and gentlemen, before I get to the NBA picks, there will be no upset picks for college basketball on Sunday. But here's my second half predictions for the NBA. First, I'm going to give you my predictions for the awards in the NBA. I think the Sixth Man of the Year award is going to go. My prediction for Sixth Man of the Year in the NBA is Norman Powell. He is one of the best sixth man players in the NBA. I think he's going to win the award. Scoring title, I think it's going to be Luka. Luka Doncic has his tendencies to put up he normally goes over 40 points. I like Luka to win the scoring title. Defensive Player of the Year. And this is going to be a shocker to people. Some people will take Giannis. I'm taking Victor Wembanyama to win Defensive Player of the Year and his rookie year. Most improved player. I'm stuck between two guys. One being Tyrese Maxey of the Philadelphia 76ers. He has increased his point total this year by a wide number of points. Or Kobe White from the Chicago Bulls. I really like Kobe White. I like either Tyrese Maxey or Kobe White to get most improved. And Rookie of the Year is obviously going to be Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama is a generational player. Generational. And my clutch player of the year is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. MVP. This is another one I was stuck between. Everybody's going to say Jason Tatum. I think there's a good chance Tatum wins the MVP. If he doesn't, I think it's going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from the OKC Thunder. Now, here are my playoff predictions for the NBA this year for the second half. I think Boston's going to somehow choke away the 1 seed, and the 1 seed is going to go to Cleveland. The Cavs will get the 1 seed. Celtics get the 2. 3 is the Knicks. 4 is the Bucks. 5 is 76ers. 6 is Orlando. Play-in tournament. Indiana 7. Chicago 8. Miami 9. Brooklyn 10. And the sleeper team in the Eastern Conference is the Atlanta Hawks. Now, I'm going to explain my theory on why I have the teams placed where I do. So, the reason I have the Cavs at Cleveland Cavaliers at number 1 in my playoff predictions for the NBA is because I think Cleveland's going to go on a hot streak. I know they just lost to Orlando last night, but I think the Cavs will get the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference because I think they have one of the best guard combos in the NBA with Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. Number 2, the Celtics. If the Celtics, now you could flip this. Boston could keep the 1 seed, but I see Boston as a 2 seed. I love Tatum and Jaylen Brown. The only problem is Kristaps can't stay healthy for the whole season. He's been hurt twice already. And my thinking here is that Porzingis, I'm not wishing injury upon anybody, but my thought process here is that Porzingis get hurt again, and he might miss more time, and he might miss some time, and that might hurt the Celtics down the stretch. That is why I have Boston at 2. The Knicks are at 3. I really like how the Knicks have played this year. And I think the Knicks are one of those teams that you don't necessarily in the playoffs. And that is why I have the Knicks at 3. The Bucks are at 4. I have trouble seeing Milwaukee getting out of the first 2 rounds of the playoffs because of the hiring of Doc Rivers. I know he's helped their defensive structure get better a little bit, but I just don't see a possibility where they can get out of the second round and make it to the Eastern Conference Final. So that is why the Bucks are at 4. At 5 is the 76ers. And my logicality reasoning behind this is Joel Embiid. Is Embiid going to be completely healthy when he comes back from injury? If he is, then the Sixers might vault up in the standings to the 3 seed or the 4 seed, and one of the Bucks or Knicks might fall down in the standings. But I can see the Sixers also finishing 5th. And my reasoning as to why the Magic make it in as the 6th seed and not the Pacers is this is non-biased. I am a Magic fan, but this is very much non-biased. I really like the young core the Magic have. And I think they can make I wouldn't say deep playoff run, but I think they can get to the second round. And they probably get eliminated in the second round of the playoffs. So the Pacers. Now we get to the play-in teams in the Eastern Conference. And my sleeper team in the Eastern Conference. I really like the Pacers. My only issue is, can they win a playoff series? If they can, then I'm fine with putting them as they're probably going to get the 7. So I'm fine with putting them there. But I can also see where, like I said, Milwaukee or Philly moves up. Milwaukee or Philly, one of the two either moves from where I have them right now, or they stay put, and this is how it goes. The Bulls at 8, Chicago. Now, Zach LaVine's done for the season, and they're playing a lot of their young guys. They're another team that has a promising young future, and I really like what I've been seeing from them as of late. That is why they're at the 8 seed. The 9 is the Heat. And I know what y'all are going to say in the comments. Why are the Heat so low? Why aren't they the 6 or 7 seed? I don't know if I can trust. I trust Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. My question is, do you guys would you, if you're a Heat fan, would you trust Jaime Jaquez in his rookie year to help you make a deep playoff run? That is where my thinking comes in here, to putting the Heat at number 9. At 10 is Brooklyn. And now this, you can flip this. It can be Brooklyn as the sleeper team and the Hawks at 10. In this case, I have Brooklyn at 10. I feel like if the Nets get hot, there is a way they make the playoffs. And the reason I have the Hawks as a sleeper team here is due to the fact that I think I really like Trae Young and I like DeJounte Murray. My issue is, can the Hawks put it all together and go on a large winning streak to get into the playoffs? Now we go over to the Western Conference. And my 1 seed in the West is the OKC Thunder. I really like the young core of the Thunder. Shea, Josh Giddey, Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, J. Will. I like that young core. And I know one of the Jalen's is out for the season. But I like that young core. And I think they can make a Cinderella run in the playoffs. Because I don't think anybody, including me, was expecting OKC to be this improved this year. And I think I didn't put Coach of the Year down, but I think my prediction for Coach of the Year is probably going to be Mark Daigneault of the OKC Thunder. My number 2 seed is the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves, I love Anthony Edwards. He is one of the best young guards in the NBA. And Karl-Anthony Towns is playing really well. And so is Rudy Gobert. I like Minnesota as a 2 seed here. Can they make... One issue is they run into Denver. Can they beat the Nuggets? I don't know if they can. Speaking of the Nuggets, they're the number 3 seed. Don't count out the defending NBA champions. I feel like the Nuggets might go back to back. Might. My 4 seed is the Phoenix Suns. One thing you never do in life is you never bet against Kevin Durant. We saw what he did with Golden State. We saw what he tried to do with Brooklyn. It didn't really work because of Kyrie. But I'm willing to put a little bit of money down on the Phoenix Suns being the 4 seed in the Western Conference. At 5 is the Clippers. We have seen Kawhi, Paul George, and James Harden. That is a great big 3. Now, can they get out of the first 2 rounds? Possibly, as long as they don't have to play OKC in the semifinals. I think they make it to the West final if they don't have OKC in the first 2 rounds. And the Mavericks come in at 6 with Luka, Kyrie, and Derek Lively. I like Luka and Kyrie as a pair, but I think they need that third option. But I have them as the 6th seed instead of New Orleans. And now here's my play-in teams. I just mentioned one of them. The New Orleans play-in tournament. The 7th seed is the New Orleans Pelicans. And I like the Pelicans a lot, but the issue is, and everybody will agree, can Zion Williamson stay healthy? If Zion can stay healthy, I think the Pelicans make a deep run in the playoffs. Now, you can disagree with me all you want, but I can see New Orleans making a deep run in the playoffs if Zion is healthy. The entire playoffs. The 8th seed, Golden State Warriors. This is another thing I've learned in life. You never count out Clay, Steph, Draymond, Steve Kerr. You never count out the Warriors. I know it doesn't seem like this is one of their best years they're having, but I'm not willing to put money down on Golden State missing the playoffs. Because if I do and I'm wrong, I will look really dumb for it, and I'm not willing to do that. The 9th seed is the Sacramento Kings. I like this De'Aaron Fox, Keegan Murray, Domantas Sabonis. I like that 3-headed monster. I really like that for Sacramento. And I think if they stay healthy and none of them miss time in the second half, that they might jump Golden State and get the 8th seed, but they would still be in the play-in tournament. And then the last team in the playoffs in the West is the Lakers. I've learned this in life. You never count out LeBron. Never count out LeBron. No matter what team he's on, you don't ever count out LeBron James. And I can't wrap my head around leaving the Cavs out of the playoffs at all. That's not how I roll around here. And my sleeper team in the Western Conference, and this may surprise some people, is the Utah Jazz. If you look at it, the Jazz are, I believe, 2 or 3 games out of that last playoff spot in the Western Conference. And I'd be willing to put money down, if I had to, on the Jazz making the playoffs. And now, here's my NBA Finals prediction. I either have it being a Celtics Thunder final, and the Celtics winning the championship in 7 games, or I have the Cavs versus Timberwolves, with the Cavaliers winning the championship in 7 games. And now here are my way too early predictions for the NBA offseason. My first one is the OKC Thunder make a big trade. And that big trade could be either trading for maybe a disgruntled superstar, because OKC does have a lot of first first-round picks. Sam Presti is one of the best GMs in the NBA. And I wouldn't put it past Sam Presti to use some of those first-round picks as leverage to get a disgruntled superstar to OKC. My second bold prediction is LeBron re-signs with the Lakers, and the Lakers somehow, if Bronny comes out and goes into the 2024 draft, they somehow draft LeBron's son as well after re-signing LeBron. That is number 2. Bold prediction number 3. Lakers make a big trade. And when I say big, I don't mean getting Trae Young. I mean, maybe they looked at trying to get DeJounte Murray, but there was a couple pieces they did not want to give up on that trade. Maybe they revisit it in the offseason and they signed somebody, they re-signed somebody, and they packaged them in a trade to get a disgruntled superstar to Los Angeles. And my last bold prediction for the NBA offseason is the Magic either extend, if they haven't already, Franz Wagner or Markelle Fultz. Because they both need contract extensions. Unless I think Markelle Fultz might have already signed an extension, but I'm not sure. And if you've enjoyed the video and gotten this far, please leave a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm get this video out to more people. And also, leave a comment on what prediction you think I might be a little bit far off on. But last order of business is I offer memberships and merch. The memberships are really easy to look at. All you do is you see that join button in the corner next to the subscribe button, which if you haven't already subscribed, you're missing out. This is the #1 sports YouTube channel to be on. And I would really appreciate if y'all subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a future upload. But back to, like I said, memberships, it's easy to the subscribe button. And the merch. I've tagged it in the last few videos, and I would really appreciate, that's the other thing I would appreciate, is if y'all buy merch. If you guys buy merch and you DM me on Instagram and you send me a picture with you wearing the merch. Or at least send me a picture of the merch that you bought from the store. Which I will be updating the merch here probably today or tomorrow with it saying Sports Talk Podcast instead of Alec Knows Sports. It'll be Sports Talk Podcast merch moving forward, and we are not changing the name again. It'll be the Sports Talk Podcast permanently going forward. No changing the name again. And not to mention, we have one more video. It'll be tonight at 9 o'clock. It'll be my way too early predictions for the Big 12. Be sure to tune in for that video and many more videos moving forward, as well as I will be taking a college football trip here, and I'm thinking about going up to Texas A&M and doing a Texas A&M football game this year and doing Alabama down the line. So I will keep y'all updated on where my college football trip is, and I will start putting teasers out for that. in the middle of August as to where I'm going. So be on the lookout for those. But that'll do it for me this afternoon. I will see y'all tonight. Have a great rest of your Friday afternoon. I will see y'all at 9 o'clock. Until the next video. Peace.